What if I told you that there is a prayer so powerful that it can completely transform your day before it even begins? A prayer that was whispered by kings on battlefields, recited by mothers worried about their children, and repeated by millions of people over more than 3,000 years. Today you will discover the secret of Psalm 91, the most powerful protection prayer ever written. Good morning, my dears. Have you ever woken up with that feeling of anxiety, fear, or worry about what the day could bring? Or maybe you left home feeling unprotected in the face of the challenges of modern life. If you answered yes, this video will change your morning forever. Psalm 91 is not just a biblical text, it is a spiritual shield, a fortress of words that has protected and blessed people for millennia. And today, in the next few minutes, you will learn not only to recite it, but to deeply understand each verse and how to turn it into a powerful morning prayer. Get ready, because your morning will never be the same. Imagine for a moment, more than 3,000 years ago, in ancient Israel, a man inspired by God wrote words that would echo through the centuries. Some scholars believe that it was Moses who composed this psalm. Others suggest that it was David. But one thing is certain, these words carry a power that transcends time. During World War II, soldiers carried Psalm 91 in their uniforms. Missionaries recited it before entering dangerous territories. Mothers whispered to him about their children before sending them to school. Why does this prayer have this transforming power? He who dwells in the hiding place of the Most High, in the shadow of the Almighty, will rest. Stop for a moment and reflect. When you wake up in the morning, where does your mind usually reside? In the concerns, in the problems? Psalm 91 invites us to make a conscious choice to live in the hiding place of the Most High. This means starting the day recognizing that there is a place of absolute security, and that place is the presence of God. I will say of the Lord, He is my God, my refuge, my fortress, and I will trust in Him. Here we have a powerful statement. It's not just a passive thought, but an active declaration of faith. When you say these words out loud in the morning, you are literally programming your mind and spirit for divine protection, because He will deliver you from the birder's snare and the pernicious plague. What a powerful image! The birdhouse represents the hidden traps of life, those unexpected situations that can catch us off guard. The pernicious plague symbolizes the obvious dangers. This prayer covers both, what we see and what we don't see coming. Now comes the practical part that will revolutionize your mornings. It's not just about reading the words, but about experiencing them, feeling them, declaring them with conviction. First step, find a quiet place in your house. It can be your bedroom, the living room, even the kitchen while preparing coffee. The important thing is to have a few minutes of silence. Second step, breathe deeply 3 times. This is not just relaxation, you are preparing your spirit to receive divine protection. Third step, read Psalm 91 out loud, but not as a common reading. Declare each word as if it were an absolute truth, manifesting itself in your life at that exact moment. Maria, a nurse from São Paulo, began to recite Psalm 91 every morning during the pandemic. She wrote to me telling me that, even working on the front line, she never contracted the disease and felt an inexplicable peace during the most difficult shifts. Joe Bo, an app driver from Rio de Janeiro, adopted this morning prayer after going through some scares in traffic. Since then, he reports that working days flow more calmly and he manages to avoid dangerous situations almost intuitively. These are not coincidences, it's the power of morning prayer working. Did you know that science also proves the benefits of morning prayer? Studies from Harvard University show that regular spiritual practices in the morning reduce levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, and increase the production of serotonin, the hormone of happiness. When you recite Psalm 91 in the morning, you are literally reprogramming your brain for optimism and confidence. Your nervous system calms down, your mind focuses on the positive, and you leave home with a completely different energy. Allow me to highlight the verses that I consider most transformative for a morning prayer. 1,000 will fall by your side, and 10,000 on your right, but you will not be hit. Imagine waking up every morning with this conviction. No evil will happen to you, nor will any plague reach your tent. What a powerful statement about your home, your family, your home. For He will give order to His angels about you, to keep you in all your ways. You're leaving home with an angelic escort. Here is a simple schedule that you can follow. 5 minutes before, prepare the environment. Silence the cell phone. Breathe deeply. 10 minutes. Read the complete Psalm 91 slowly, focusing on each word. 3 minutes. Repeat the verses that touched your heart the most. 2 minutes. Say a personal prayer, thanking for the protection and asking for guidance for the day. I know some of you may be thinking, but I don't have time in the morning or I can't concentrate early. Let me be frank with you. These are exactly the excuses that keep you stuck in the cycle of morning anxiety and worry. Start small. If 20 minutes seems impossible, start with 5. If you can't read the full psalm, start with only 3 verses. The important thing is to start. Remember, you can spend 15 minutes scrolling the social media feed in the morning, but you can't dedicate 10 minutes to your spiritual protection. Based on the reports of hundreds of followers who have adopted this practice, here is what you can expect. First week, greater feeling of calm when leaving home. Second week, remarkable reduction in morning anxiety. Third week, improvement in sleep quality. Fourth week, a complete transformation in your perspective on daily challenges. If you have children, include them in prayer, declaring protection over them. If you have a risky job, emphasize the verses about physical protection. If you face financial challenges, focus on the verses about provision and divine care. Psalm 91 is flexible and powerful for every specific need in your life. My dears, we have reached the end of our journey today, but in fact, this is only the beginning of your morning transformation. Psalm 91 is not just a prayer, it is a lifestyle, a daily choice to live under divine protection. Imagine what your life will be like in a month when this morning prayer becomes a habit. Imagine the peace you will feel, the confidence you will have, the protection you will experience. All this is within your reach, just a prayer away. I challenge you, start tomorrow morning. Don't leave it for Monday. Don't wait for next month. Start tomorrow. Get up 10 minutes early and transform your morning with the power of Psalm 91. And remember, God doesn't make sense of people. The same power that protected David, that protected Moses, that kept millions of faithful throughout history. This same power is available to you today. If this video touched your heart and you feel you need this transformation in your life, demonstrate this by clicking on the like button below. This like shows me that you are ready for this change. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, click on the subscription button and activate the bell so you don't miss any content that can transform your spiritual life. We have an incredible community of people who, like you, seek a life closer to God. Speaking of which, I'm sure you'll love the next video that's appearing on your screen right now. In it, I teach a powerful prayer for family protection that will perfectly complement what you have learned today. Click and continue your spiritual transformation journey. May God bless your life abundantly, protect your paths and fill your days with peace and joy. Until the next video, and remember, you are loved, you are protected, you are blessed. A big hug and see you soon.